Hello everybody, this is Hammer Striker here. Question we get asked a lot is 380 is smaller than 9mm, so why wouldn't a gun in the same size hold more rounds than 380? So here's an example. The P365 9mm is right here, holds 10 rounds in its flush magazine. Back up we have the P365 at 380, holds 10 rounds in its flush magazine. The guns are the same size, the mags are the same size. A round is smaller, why don't you get an extra round in this one? And I'll explain why as I show you the ammo. Now, these are snap caps, they're inert dummy rounds, and they're used for protecting the firing pin when you do dry fire. But if I hold them up and I line them up, what you'll see is that the 9mm is a little longer. The magazines are almost identical. If I hold the magazines up like this, you'll see the magazines are almost identical. And they're identical to the point that the magazines will alternately fit in the bodies of the guns. They won't work, but they'll actually fit. But if you look, I'll move the round forward a little bit. If you look at the follower of the 9mm, it goes all the way back. And if you look at the follower of the 10mm, there's this little blocking bar here. I'm sorry, 380. There's this little blocking bar here. And the reason for that, of course, is if I set the rounds on the table side by side, the 380 is shorter. But they're the same diameter. 380 is often called 9mm short. If you hold them side by side, they're the same diameter. It's the diameter of the round that affects how many you can stick in the magazine, not so much the length of it. Because as the rounds go in, it pushes the follower down, the round takes up a certain amount of space, then they start to stagger a little bit, and the diameter of 9mm in the space it takes as it pushes the follower down and left or right as it staggers is the same as 380. So you're not going to get more rounds in a 380 than a 9mm, simply because the dimension that matters for the purpose of space in the magazine is the same. And that's the same reason why you'll have an identical gun that is chambered in 9mm and 40 Smith & Wesson. This is also a snap cap. You'll see the 40 is much thicker than the 9mm. And typically a 40 Smith & Wesson gun in the same gun, take like a Glock 26 in 9mm versus a Glock 27 at 40, the Glock 27 will hold 1 or 2 rounds less than the 9mm. It's the same physics in reverse. This round's a little bit bigger round, takes a little more space up and down and left and right as it staggers. So in the same form factor, you get a little less space. So to answer the question, the reason that 380s don't get more capacity in the same magazine as a 9mm does, or the same size, is because they're not smaller in the dimension that would actually matter. Beyond that, hopefully that answers the question. If you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, click that bell up there to be notified if you do. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Player, Rumble. We're pretty much everywhere. And thank you.